are on Facebook, and now for those of you who are on Spreaker and iHeartRadio, as well as the Leadership TKO Station.com's website, I do want to welcome you all to the show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And so I'm looking down just to make sure that we're good with our stream, make sure that our audio is doing relatively well. And so I do appreciate each and every one of you who are here with me live on tonight. It truly is an honor and a privilege. And so, look, before we get started, I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to just first, of course, just welcome you. It is a beautiful, beautiful Monday. It indeed is. It's a Monday evening, and to be exact, Monday, September the 7th of 2020. Now, depending on where you are in the world, it could be late evening. It could be going on into the early morning right now. And so I do want to welcome you to this show. Now, this show goes live every single evening, normally around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so you're more than welcome to be here with us live or catch a replay or whatever it is that you feel is necessary for you. But we welcome you here. Okay. And so the whole goal, the whole purpose of this show really is to empower leaders like yourself with the ability to win from the inside out, growing your influence, your impact, and your income. Okay. Those three areas are the areas of focus: influence, impact, and income. So again, welcome guys. I appreciate you all here. And so what I'm going to do is just share with you a couple of ways to be involved. So of course I have my handy dandy device out. I have some other devices as well. And so I'm going to encourage you to do a number of things. So number one, like or love the stream if you're someone who cares about growing your influence, your impact, and your income. And if you want to help others to do the same. So go ahead and like or love the stream as you're tuning into it right now. We also have a comments feature. So you can comment below, you can ask questions below. All of those are options for you. And then lastly, we do have the share button. So don't forget, let's not be selfish. Let's go ahead and share this stream out or do a watch party. And so that is what I'm actually going to do right now. I'm going to practice what I preach. I'm going to share this particular stream out. First, I'm going to share it to my fan page, and then I'm going to share it, of course, to a couple of business partners of mine. So let me go ahead and share it to them. Of course, that's the Winner's Circle crew. All right, so I'm going to share it there. And listen, I'm going to share it one other place. I'm going to share it into a group, and this is a group comprised of women that I interact with a lot. So I'm going to share it there also. So listen, I appreciate you guys, and I thank you so very much for being here. And so many of you know that over the last couple of weeks, we've really been just giving you some content that's going to help you to grow, help you to raise your leadership lid. As some people say, raise the lid. It's all about really growing your leadership ability so that you can be effective and successful in other areas of your life as well as business. And so one of the things that we do at the very beginning of this particular show is we provide you with a bit of leadership content. And that is in the form of an appetizer. We call it an appetizer because it's like something to kind of whet your palate, get you going before you get the main meal. And so listen, we've been going strong with this particular resource right here. Okay, this is a powerful resource by my mentor, my leadership mentor, Dr. John Maxwell. And he has quite a few books, but this is a part of a series. And of course, this is Relationships 101. And so as entrepreneurs, as business leaders, we relate and connect with team members, customers, business partners. And so we have to learn how to relate, to connect, to engage with other individuals. And so Dr. John Maxwell, in this particular resource, he shares how we have to become people, men and women of integrity. Okay, people have to get in position where they can trust us. And so I've been sharing about that over the last couple of days. And so he makes a valid point, but then he also, shares how to really become a person of integrity. There's one particular verse, or I want to say one particular sentence or thought that Dr. John Maxwell shared about integrity, and I'm going to share it with you right now. He says, if a good reputation is like gold, then having integrity is like owning the mine. Woo! I got to say it one more time because it was just that good. When I read the first time, I said, you know what? This is on the money right here. He says again, if a good reputation is like gold, then having integrity is like owning the mind. In other words, integrity is almost everything. Is at the heart, is at the core. People have to begin to trust you. They have to be able to trust you. So your yes has to be yes, your no has to be no. Okay? And then he goes into talking about some other important points because he mentions how, right, integrity should be our best friend. It should be our best friend. And he was sharing how we can actually become people of integrity, or at least strengthen ourselves in the area of integrity, being able to be people that others can trust. Okay, they can trust, they can not necessarily rely on us 100%, but being able to trust us. That's the difference. And so here's a point that he makes. He says, we really need to commit ourselves to honesty, reliability, and confidentiality. Again, commit yourself to be a person of integrity. You want to commit yourself to honesty, reliability, and confidentiality. You have to be honest. Again, let your yes be yes and your no be no. Also, yes, you want to be able to be someone where if you are a coach or a mentor, they can contact you, be able to reach out to you, whether it's on social media, whether it's by cell phone, whatever it may be, but you have to be able to be reached, to be contacted. Okay. And then also, you got to be able to maintain some level of confidentiality, privacy. You don't want to be sharing everything with everyone, but you have to be someone that your mentors or your mentees can confide in. Okay, someone where they know they can share something with you that's very important, and you're not going to go and tell it on the mountain. Okay, you're not going to go and tell the whole world about it. Okay, you gotta keep things confidential. So that's what he shared there. He also mentions this about being a person of integrity. He shares, you really want to decide ahead of time that you don't have a price. Woo! Wait a minute, I gotta say that one more time. Decide ahead of time that you don't have a price. Ooh-wee! I gotta read what he says about this. He says, President George Washington perceived that few men have the virtue to withstand the highest bidder. Some people can be bought because they haven't settled the money issue before the moment of temptation. The best way to guard yourself against a breach in integrity is to make a decision today that you won't sell your integrity, not for power, revenge, pride, or money. Any amount of cash. Okay, any amount of cash. So again, you want to be a person, a woman, a man of integrity at all costs. Okay, at all expense. Okay, so he mentions that. And then, of course, the final point that he mentions about integrity is that each day, do what you should do before what you want to do. Again, each and every day, do what you should do, okay, before doing what you want to do. This is good. A big part of integrity is following through consistently on your responsibilities. Zig Ziglar says this: when you do the things you have to do, when you have to do them, then the day will come when you can do the things you want to do when you want to do them. That's so good. So good. And another philosopher, William James, stated the idea more strongly. Here is what he says: everybody ought to do at least two things each day that he hates to do, just for the practice. Woo! Two things that you hate to do, just for the practice. See, with integrity, you can experience freedom. I'm going to leave it right there. He says, with integrity, you can experience freedom. That's deep. I'm gonna let that marinate for a moment before we dive into going into this main meal. Think about this for yourself. Freedom connected to integrity. We need to be working on this more every single day. Every single day. Okay? Just working on allowing your yes to be yes, being a person of honesty. Being a person that someone can confide in, right? Rely upon. And then also being someone who maintains confidentiality. This is important, guys. Woo. I'm hoping that you're getting it because that's deep. That's deep. It takes a lot of self-discipline. Okay. And also, as we talked about yesterday, it does require you to do a whole lot of hard work. And here's the biggest thing you got to be able to kind of, I'm a good observer. I'm a good observer of persons. I prefer to get to know a person in person because you can get to know more about them. Because, like I said, in most cases, nonverbals communicate more. So, your nonverbal communication, your gestures, your eye contact, all of those things communicate more, right, than what you actually say verbally. Okay, 80% of your communication is nonverbal, 20% is verbal. So you want to ensure, though, that they match, but I'm telling you, your nonverbal communication will speak louder than your actual words. Okay, so just be mindful. So let's dive in. I got my journal. You already know I have it. Okay, so I got my journal out. I have some nuggets. Many of you know, if there's anyone that's new here, we're diving into some content to help those of you who are either novices, you're new to the network marketing profession, or right, you have a fair bit of experience, or maybe you've been in this industry for some time and you're just like, man, I just need a refresher. I just need a couple of tidbits here and there. Or you just want to stick around, you want to support whatever tickles your fancy. Okay, whatever reason why you're here, we're getting into that right now. Now, I cannot say that I know all things, but I've been a part of the industry since 2002. And of course, in different specific fields, whether it's health and wellness, fashion, travel, I've been a part of those particular types of companies. Of course, I found a home in an e-commerce company. So it's not a network marketing opportunity, nor is it an MLM, but it gives us the opportunity to network, okay, and build a network. And so it's still a part of the network marketing profession. So I'm going to share with you some tidbits that I've learned along the way from some of my previous coaches, and then also from my recent mentor, Mr. Best, as well as a coach of mine, Mr. Dalco, and many others who have really impacted my life, as well as my husband's life. It's not just me on this particular journey. It's also my husband of 14 years plus that, we're on this journey together. And so I'm going to share with you a couple of nuggets here. So the first point that I really want to make tonight is this. What makes our industry as far as network marketing so much better than traditional employment opportunities is the fact that we're actually compensated ethically. We're compensated ethically and generously because of our level of production. Okay, our level of production. When you go on a job, if you go above and beyond, that's nice. It may give you the opportunity for a promotion, but here's the thing. How many opportunities are available? That's number one. Okay, and you're not really, truly, honestly being paid your worth when you're a part of a job. Now, we get it. You all heard me say this before. Allow your job to finance your ability to get free or finance your dreams or whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. But I'm going to tell you this again, it's so much better. It's so much of a better profession than anything that I've actually been a part of or connected to. And if you don't know what I used to previously do I used to do a lot of community coaching, going into the community and coaching women. But let me tell you, it even beats that a whole lot because, again, there's but so much of me that I can actually spread around. But with network marketing, please understand, you are actually building a system and you're leveraging that system. Okay, you're leveraging that. So again, the point of the matter is you're getting compensated based on your level of production. And sometimes when you're in a place of employment, it doesn't matter how much you produce, you're still going to get paid that hourly wage or that salary. Okay, so again, there's a lot of limitations when it comes to employment. So here's another point that I have. If new partners or new associates want to earn more than perhaps their leader or perhaps you, maybe your partners that you brought into the business, maybe they want to make more money than you do. All they really need to do, everybody, is increase their production. That's it. Increase the production. For example, they go out there and recruit more individuals or they have more customers coming in. They will be able to make more. So it's not like certain places of employment where, look, you got your managers, you got your supervisors, you got the direct line workers, and your direct line workers are never going to get paid more than the supervisor. In most cases, not going to get paid more than a supervisor or a manager. But in the network marketing profession, based on your level of production, you can make more. I could make more than the person that brought me in, or of course, more than anyone else if I put in the effort and the work. Here's another point. If you find yourself frustrated, okay, if you find yourself frustrated because, maybe some of your business partners are not being as productive as you would have expected them to be, you want to really guide them and encourage them to really truly visualize their end result. Visualize, start with the end in mind, visualize the end result, and then of course direct most of your energy towards those specific individuals who do that. So if you know those individuals, there are some out there, your partners that you introduced to this opportunity, and they're going in. Or maybe they're not even people that you directly brought in, but maybe, they were brought in by someone you directly brought into the business. You want to work with those people, in essence, work with those people who are go-getters, who see the end and they're willing to go after it. Okay, those people who are hungry, like Les Brown says, you got to be hungry. And so if you have those type of individuals in your business or your organization, work with them, those who are hungry. Okay, and honestly, that's what I do. If I see that you're in it, you're asking questions, and you're all for it, I'm running with you, and I'm gonna help you any way that I can. I'm gonna help you. That's just the way that it is. Okay. Again, you want to work with those who are going after it. So that's another point I wanted to share tonight. Now here's a really huge point. Make sure you're taking note of these points. See, because this is a business of duplication. When your people will do what you do. Okay? Your people will do what you do. So for example, if you're managing your downline, so will they. If you spend most of your time prospecting and recruiting, they're going to do the same thing. So you might have heard me share this. I had to re-emphasize this tonight because this is extremely important. Okay, extremely important. So again, whatever it is that you want, those are part of your downline or your organization do, you want to be doing that. You want to be doing being the example. Now, I'm not expecting people who are, for example, within the winner circle to do a stream every single night. I'm not expecting that. But, as Mr. Best recommends that we try to go live at least once or twice a week. And that allows you to be able to impact more people. It allows you to be able to engage in massive action. So you're not necessarily having to talk one to one, but you're talking one to many at one time. Okay, or you're impacting more than one individual instead of trying to send an inbox message to so many people. You might end up in Facebook jail if you keep doing that anyway. So you want to make sure you're using your time and your resources wisely. Okay, use it wisely. Okay, and please keep in mind, babysitting a downline is not an effective way to build a business. Don't babysit them. They are grown people. Okay, they're grown people. They signed up just like you signed up. So you don't have to sit there and watch and see what they're doing. Okay, you're really not being productive doing that. Okay, and they're going to do what you do. So if they notice that you're sitting around and not doing much, they're going to do the very same thing. So don't babysit. Don't babysit. Don't micromanage. None of that. Again, this is not employment. This is business. So if you have individuals, you have a downline, they're not being as active or they're not being productive, go and tell and prospect more people. Connect with more people. Befriend a few other people. All right? So you want to do that. Now here's a good point. Here's a good point. The key to really successfully building a large dynamic organization, the key to doing this is to steadily continue to prospect and recruit. Okay? Create a wide front line. That's like, for example, what some individuals a part of the e-commerce company is doing. For example, for myself, being connected to this amazing resource that's free to plug into, number one, and it enables people to be able to access money, right? And so I was able to bring in close to 600 people to connect to this resource. And that's what we mean. To build a huge organization, you want to talk to, can you imagine how many people I had to talk to? There have been days where I said, man, I'm tired of talking. Okay, I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of typing. But the dream, that's all I have to say. But the dream. And I can't even say but the dream. Can I just say but my team's dream? Every time I say, well, you know what? I'm just going to give myself a break. You know what I think about? I think about everyone else, of course, a part of my team who is pressing their way, who is tired of being on their job. I think about those individuals who are just like, man, my team, they're just not productive. So I just got to keep going. I keep going. That is what motivates me, because when I succeed, I truly, honestly believe they succeed as well, because we're all one big family. We're all one big team. And that's just the way that it is. Okay, so you want to share the opportunity that you have with as many people and build a wide front line. That's how you're going to build an extremely large organization. And of course, they got to be able to duplicate what you're doing. If they're not duplicating, then it's just you building. Okay, there's no depth to what you have. All right. Okay. Here is one final point that I'm going to mention, and then we're going to wrap it up. Here it is. Don't make the mistake that results in nearly 50% of the failures in this particular industry. Building your front line for the first few months and then stopping to manage your people. So you get to this point where you feel like you're at this pinnacle and you have, okay, we have different recognitions inside of the family I'm a part of. The founder created a recognition system. And so there are 3 recognitions, and of course, based on how many people you introduce to the resource and you help them to plug in. So the first recognition requires 20. The second recognition is about 50, and then the third is 100. You don't want to stop at those particular milestones, okay, and just sit back and relax. You don't want to get to 100 and say, okay, I'm good now. No, you want to keep building, because that's what we do. This is supposed to be treated like a lifestyle, not something where you get to a certain point and then you disappear or you stop being productive. Again, you still need to be the example. Okay, be the example. So you're expecting your partners to get to a certain recognition level, and then they're just going to sit back and chill too. So your organization is not going to grow. And so again, you're teaching people based on what you do. So just be mindful. If you want them to keep on building, you keep building. Okay, now if you want your business to be stunted in its growth, then you stop. Get to a certain point and just stop. And don't continue building. Just stay where you are. Okay? No, I don't want you to do that. Don't encourage you to do that. So you want to keep building. All right? So listen, did you enjoy what you heard today? Did you get anything of value today? I just want to make sure that I've been able to sow those seeds and really help you to thrive. If you've learned something today, feel free, of course, to reply below in the comment section. Okay, reply below. I do honestly appreciate your time. Each and every one of you have plugged in. Man, I mean, you have truly, truly, honestly been a blessing. You've been a blessing to those, of course, who are watching. Those of you, if you've shared it, you have been a blessing to those others who are watching this as well, whether they're catching it live or the replay. You are truly a blessing. And so I thank you so very much, of course, on behalf of the iLead Company team. And listen, if you're curious and wanting to figure out what is it that I'm connected to, and those that I'm also partners with, what we're connected to, we are connected to an e-commerce company. And, you know, we're just growing by leaps and bounds. We're actually upgrading a few things, so stay tuned. We're preparing for an amazing launch of some upgrades. Many of you have probably seen some information flying around and some images about being prepared for this amazing launch. So you want to be prepared for that information that we're going to be sharing on our timelines. But for now, you still can inbox us and gain some information. We have a presentation that's going to happen tonight at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you can plug into that. More than likely, we're going to do a stream on Facebook, so you'll be able to catch it there. Or you can join us on the Zoom platform. So all you would need to do, if you're wanting to get multiple streams of income from one source, We're talking about over 7 streams of income from one source. If you're wanting to create and build generational wealth, I'm not talking about just cash flow, because cash is different from wealth, okay? If you're wanting to build wealth, then I encourage you to download the Zoom app and then go to www.goldrocks.info. Okay, goldrocks.info at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time to gain some more information. And listen, you're going to need a password to join us on the platform, so make sure you contact me or the person who shared this particular stream with you so you can get the information that you need to join us. So again, thank you so much for your time on tonight. It's truly been an honor. I'll be back tomorrow night with yet another fresh stream. So don't miss it, okay? And until the next time that you and I come together again, I do encourage you to think, to speak, and to live leadership. Good night, everyone, and God bless. You're too loud, babe.